Welcome to Storytime with Mama V. I'm your host, Victoria, but you can call me Mama V. In this show, we go on storytime adventures where magic exists, where brave knights and courageous princesses come out to play, and where the good always defies evil. Now, get comfy, because storytime is about to begin. Hello and welcome to another episode of Storytime with Mama V. I'm so excited to read to you today. Today's story is called How I Saved the Ants. Let's get right into it. Long ago, there lived a boy named Cheeku. He used to roam around the forest and trouble the villagers of Cheekupur. Summer had just begun. The entire forest glittered and was filled with the sweet aroma of mangoes. The clock struck 7 a.m. and Granny lifted his blanket. "Get up, you lazy boy, it's time for school," Mrs. Elsa yelled while shaking him awake. Cheeku whispered, "Let me sleep, Granny. I'm still sleepy." Puff, puff. Mrs. Elsa rushed towards the direction of the blowing kettle. Cheeku stood up and sprinted out, sniffing the flowers and the fresh fruits. This is it. This is it. He jumped for joy while he loaded his bag with mangoes and relished their sweet, ripe flesh. "Chase him! Chase him!" the monkeys yelled while they watched him steal their mangoes away. Buzz! Zoom! Zap! Cheeku sprinted to his hut. "Where were you, lazy boy? What's in your bag and what are those tiny things?" Mrs. Elsa yelled at Cheeku, clutching her teeth. "I got it from the monkeys, Granny," Cheeku whispered in a soft voice. "These are ant eggs. Go right now and put them back." "Don't you know their mom will be worried?" Mrs. Elsa grumbled in a loud voice. "But Granny," Cheeku chipped in. "No buts. Go drop it into the anthill. Now leave," Mrs. Elsa yelled at him. His heart skipped a beat as he watched his Granny's face while Cheeku danced and jumped on his way. Whoosh! Spoink! He slipped and landed in a vast tunnel. "Granny! Granny! Help me! I'm falling! Ah!" Cheeku cried, rubbing his eyes, while he wiped his tears. What happened to me? Where am I?" Cheeku whispered to himself. "Hey, you! Yes, you! Who are you?" An ant questioned, pointing a stick at him. "Our food, our eggs are gone. He destroyed it." Another ant cried loudly. An ant charged. "Let's teach him a lesson," the ants roared. "Granny, Granny, I'm in trouble. Save me!" Cheeku cried as he shoved his body. "What's all the commotion? Who is there?" questioned the queen to her guards. She sprinted in the direction where Cheeku stood and instructed the ants to stitch him back. "I'm sorry, my child. We're good ants, and we don't harm others unnecessarily." The queen apologized and pulled a magic wand. Whoosh, swoosh, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. She sprinkled her magical glitter, telling him he can be both ant and human whenever he wanted with a spell. "Ants are cool, ants are brave. If they can do it, I can too." Cheeku stayed in the anthill for a few days. Whoosh, whoosh. The trees and wind howled. Cheeku twisted, swirled, and swayed into the hole while carrying food. His head got stuck in a huge pot. The queen requested her guards to remove the pot. Zap! Bang! The queen and the guard hammered at it, and it slipped, fell, and broke. Whoosh! Whoosh! The trees rustled while Cheeku and the ants went to a nearby forest. "Mud! Water! Everyone stay calm!" the queen requested. The ants scrambled around the mud and drifted in the rain. "We are our heroes. Follow me," Cheeku instructed the ants. "Ants are cool, ants are brave. If they can do it, I can too." The ants chanted as they walked. The ants followed Cheeku safely and swam in the muddy rain, clutching the wood on the way. "Up and down, big and small, we can do it. Yes, we did it!" the ants sang, jumped, and danced. "Oh no! What's wrong with our anthill?" Cheeku said as his heart reached his mouth while he noticed his friends had sunk in the muddy puddle. Cheeku's eyes flashed through a juicy banana leaf. "Oh gosh, there's a big caterpillar on it. Ants are cool, ants are brave. If they can do it, I can too," the ants chanted. A few hours passed, and he neared the caterpillar. His face watered and shivered. Mr. Fatso Caterpillar, can you lend me that leaf? We need it, requested Cheeku. No, go away. This is mine, Mr. Fatso yelled. A butterfly, who watched them, flew towards him and said, My dear, we should always help each other. Give it to them. Cheeku grabbed the leaf and left it inside the anthill. The ants wiggled and flew on it and reached the surface. Up and down, big and small, we can do it. Yes, we did it. The ants hummed and rejoiced. The sun shone and the forest bloomed. Help us! Help us! That monster is eating our eggs, cried the ants. Cheeku woke up to the cries of the ants and rushed in the direction of the ant queen. What's the matter? Why are you sad? Questioned Cheeku. That huge ant-eater destroyed our anthill and stole our eggs, cried the ants and rushed towards Cheeku. We need to teach it a lesson, Cheeku murmured and clutched his hands. The next morning, the ant-eater entered the anthill and the ants attacked it with all their strength. Later, Cheeku also helped them with his power. The ant-eater wept and vanished. Up and down, big and small, we can do it. Yes, we did it. The ants clapped and danced for joy. After a few days, Cheeku returned the eggs and left for his hut. On his way, he whispered, Ants are cool, ants are brave. If they can do it, I can too. On reaching his house, Cheeku retold everything to his grandma and became a nice child who started going to school. He taught his friends to be like an ant in every situation. Later, he spread the message in his village that whoever comes across ants should never harm them and they should feed them with jaggery. Thank you so much for listening in today. Please leave a rating and a review for our show, and I can't wait to read to you again on the next episode of Storytime with Mama V. Bye for now.